The Resident Evil series has been around for so long that it predates most of the people watching this video right now. But that is not to say that there are no new fans of the series. In fact, more people have been pouring in, especially with the remakes of the older titles, to those hard veterans. Wait, what is this? Okay, well anyway. Seasoned veterans of series old, I bequeath the question upon thee. Can a noob, yes, you can, beat every Resident Evil game before RE9 comes out? Let's see. What the fuck? Yo! Dude, you're a big fat lump and nobody loves you. I just died on myself. Just stop. Stop spitting at me. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's little babies! This time on Resident Evil. But first, some important details. First of all, to consider a game being beaten, I must complete the main story on both characters, or once like RE3R. Secondly, I can use any means to beat the game, but no cheating is allowed. Mod menus are changing the difficulty outside of what is normal. Also, I have the sub goal of doing every achievement as well. Let's begin for real.
Wow, what a mansion!
Oh my god, I love this game.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger.
Oh! Fuck you, get off my back, bro, please.
Ow! Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie. Out of like
6 hours.
of recordings, I could only get like 10 seconds of funny stuff out of OG RE1. So yeah, here's you know, RE1 remake. That's more fun. So for my first playthrough, I chose to play as Jill. I also played on what I thought was the normal difficulty, but later I found out it was actually the easy difficulty. So, yeah, this game's weird. Essentially, because Resident Evil 1 Remake is different than the original, obviously I wasn't really sure exactly what I had to do to progress in the game, as it's just completely different. And eventually I ended up earning my second achievement by dying. Like that, because I'm really dumb. And for some reason I thought maybe, oh, if I go into this corner, I could avoid the giant spinning blades right at my face. And no, you can't, obviously, because that wouldn't make any sense. So yeah, I died. And so in order to get the next achievement, I had to get the shotgun by not bringing the broken shotgun and having Barry save Jill. Barry's like the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the best character. He says this, it's really funny.
A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Of course, after that, now my next achievement was burning up a zombie, because in the original Resident Evil, you didn't actually have to burn zombies to kill them. You just killed them, they died. But they chose in the remaster that if you did not burn a zombie or shoot its head off, then it would come back as a Crimson Head. So it's just faster and it does more damage. It's just more deadly. I then also saved Richard with a serum. Richard got bit by, who knows, what has venom, dude? What has venom? I don't know. And obviously we had to save him from that. So yeah, he's very helpful later on. Whoa, look, it's a giant fucking snake. Yeah, so that's what bit Richard. I had to get all 4 of these masks. Kind of reminds me of like JoJo for some reason, maybe, I don't know, just the stone masks, right? But yeah, basically you have to get 4. There's 1 in the garden, 1 with that giant snake. Anyway. So yeah, after beating this Crimson Head in a boss fight as Jill, because there's a specific one for killing it as Jill. I don't know why. Sometimes there's specific achievements for doing it as Chris and as Jill. This one was for doing it as Jill. So after doing all that, I progressed, you know, through a bit of a puzzle. I saw this weird lady, she knocked me out. I went and got to kill some sharks. They are very evil sharks though. So I got an achievement for it, you know, I got an achievement, obviously, why wouldn't I? And then I defeat this giant plant. Doing so gets me an achievement for getting this key, which is the last key that you actually need. So on the way back, after defeating that plant, obviously we get jumped by a freaking lizard that has legs and arms. So we killed that and got a pretty easy achievement, I'll say. Obviously, I'm on a pretty easy difficulty though, so it gets harder to kill them on higher difficulties, but you know. Then I kind of went through this other part of the mansion. I did the rest of that. And then I went in this giant hole and there were evil spiders, and I blew them up. And then eventually I found the mother spider. And obviously, because I killed like some of her kids, she was rightfully mad. So I blew her up too. I went to the library. I got to get my knowledge up. And then that big snake from earlier that, you know, he ate Richard. But yeah, I got my get back. Killed that dumb snake because it didn't have legs. It wasn't cool like the hunter. And then in doing so, it revealed this wolf medallion, which is pretty helpful. I can't use this just yet because I need him in another minute or so. But first, I'm obviously going to save Barry from Lisa Trevor, who is that person that knocked me out earlier. And either you can kill Barry here, or you could save him. Obviously, I chose to save him. For this route, I went with the good ending, or like, you know, the best ending that you can get. So I saved Barry, got an achievement for that too. Pretty cool. After doing so, I then went and used the eagle medallion and the wolf medallion. You know, got one from killing a big old snake and the other from another book in that hole. I then went down into the lab that's under a giant fountain because this mansion, I don't know, it's built insane. Got me an achievement though, pretty cool, right? I had to go through, power some stuff up. This is like the end of the game, obviously. And so because I was going for the good ending, I had to save Chris, which entailed collecting 3 MO discs. One was in the tiger statue, and then the other 2 were in the lab. And I just kind of used those in some places in the lab, and I was able to save Chris.
Chris, you're okay.
I then ended up killing Tyrant again for the second time, and I got the achievement for finishing the game whilst saving Barry and Jill. While saving Barry and Chris as Jill, and finishing the game as Jill, which is the first true ending, and then one for beating it on easy difficulty and very easy difficulty.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Just kill me. Why aren't you lunging? You dumb monkey. You dumb monkey zombie. Like, why is he not lunging at me, bro? Like, I can't even reset him. Like, and I just die, and I have to just go and redo this whole thing because this game's Oh. Yes, baby. Treat me kindly, I'll treat you good. Oh. Oh. And the double lunge, bro. Lunge-tastic lunge, bro. Oh, and the camera. Wait, treat me kindly. Yes. Wait, this is good. Okay, this game's so fun, bro. This game's so fun. Wow. Bro, I might just ask Wajiba if he can help me right now, because like this pissing me off so bad.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
Nice.
Hate that dodge, dude.
Nice. Nice. See, he's trying to swipe. Swipe. Oh, that was a joke of a fight.
Hey, there we go. Stone and metal object is Chris. That was really close. Rest in peace. Alright, Jill, let's get the hell out of here. Please stop, bro. Come here. Goodbye, Tyrant. Beautiful.
Nice.
You demand, Chris. And have an explosion at the end? It's not Resident Evil, bro.
Just skip it for now.
Okay.
Chris, you did a fine job.
Well,
Nice. You got the rocket launcher too.
yeah, man. No, at this point, I only had 14 achievements left to get, but literally all of them were major pains in the ass. But during this first playthrough, which is a no-save playthrough, we were able to get Seeing Red for defeating this Crimson Head. Well, anyone, really. Then we survived an encounter with Yawn, which gave us our next achievement. We then saved Chris using Rebecca. And then finally, we were able to get Ink is for Squids, and that was like literally so ass. That's the reason why my playtime was so high, is purely because I had the game paused while I was doing other stuff. Now this playthrough we had to do on the hard difficulty, and we also had to visit every single spot on the map. And what it means by that is it means actually collect every single item in the game, and then you can actually visit every place. It's really stupid. But anyway, we saved Jill, and all we needed to do was grab this ammo, and then we stuck her back in that cage.
Chris, you did a fine job.
And escaped by herself. So it was a really easy achievement though, actually. It's quite nice. Now because unfortunately I'm a big doo-doo dumb shit, I ended up having to play through the game 3 more times before I could actually progress on my achievements. I was playing on different saves for some reason because I didn't realize you're supposed to play on the same save over and over. So I had to play through the game twice as Chris and once as Jill. And then I actually got this achievement. Now I know you can't see it, but that does actually say break out the marshmallows. So yeah. And also this one is Starsenal for obtaining all the weapons in the game. Now it's time for a knife only run. Oh my god, it's so fun, dude. Yeah, so I played this on very easy mode, by the way, and this is sped up by 2000%. And this actually, I had to cut it. It literally goes on for 30 seconds straight, and this is only the first boss. So I'm just gonna show you guys the end, because this is not good. But as you can see here, I used no ammo, so that is CQC for the win. I then beat the game as Chris for the 4th time on this. 2 times as Jill, 2 times as Chris. That gave me Passion for Fashion, which is every costume and every single mode unlocked. Now finally, on the second to last achievement, all I had to beat the... What? All I had to do was beat the game on real survival mode, which is extremely difficult. This took me a couple hours, actually. The difficulty in this mode is not really from it being like, oh, it's the hardest mode. No, it puts you on hard mode. Hard mode is fairly manageable. It's pretty easy, honestly. However, the real difficulty is that none of the item boxes are linked, which leads to you backtracking a ton, and you do not have auto aim. So it's the hardest difficulty, everything hits like a truck. I also decided, you know what, why not? I'm just gonna do the true ending, or the best ending, which is saving everyone again.
I wonder how much his remains would go for on eBay.
And after 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 30 seconds, with only 99 bullets used, I was able to beat the game on Real Survival Horror, earning the second to last achievement. And now, all we need to do is the invisible enemy mode. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the real challenge in invisible enemy mode, because you can't see the enemies, is just remembering where all of them are. But at this point, I'd already played the game for about 35 hours or so, and I pretty much was only playing it for a week straight. The memories of all the characters were just ingrained in my brain. Like, I think I added at least 2 wrinkles, you know, just remembering where these little pixels are on a game. And yeah, so just kind of dodge a few zombies, and you're at the end of the game. And this one was really easy. So, finally though, I can say that I have 100%ed the first Resident Evil game.
Jill, you did a fine job.
If I was going to rate these games based on how much I enjoyed it, I would have to put the original Resident Evil game in B tier. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good game, and I think it's a great start to the series. However, the remake of it is just so much better. That's going in the A tier. Absolutely. These games are both very good, however this one is much better than this one in terms of gameplay and feel and look. Hello everybody, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I'm gonna ask you now, hey, please like or subscribe if you like the video or if you want to see more of it. Tell me what I could add or remove in future videos, because I'm gonna be making one of these for each and every Resident Evil game, 2, 3, 4 onwards. So please let me know what you guys think. It took me a while to make this, so I hope it's good though. Goodbye.